Hi everybody, it's Diana. I did my downline Facebook Live virtual meeting tonight, and I wanted to share with you the card that I did, and it's a perfect card for when you're just having one of those days. I know for me, I'm not one of those people that like a short month. I like my month to have at least 30 days. 31 or 32 would even be better, but the shorter months, they just kill me. So so this card actually kind of like explains what I feel about short months. So I am going to hello everybody. I'm going to spin the camera around and show the card that we did, and I hope you get a laugh out of it like the girls did. And so here we go. Okay, so I am spinning the camera so I can get to work. All right, so before I show you the card, if you haven't watched one of my Facebook Lives before or read my blog, I have a monthly challenge for my downline. And every month I show a card, and then they can get the card guts. And this is basically what I call card guts. There are the guts or the supplies that you need to make the card. So this is the supplies that I'm using this month. It's just our note card, and these are perfect for doing quick cards. They come scored. They have envelopes. They're awesome. So they are getting a little note card. They're getting a piece of Pool Party. They're getting a piece of Whisper White Thick, and then a piece of chocolate chip. So these are the supplies they're using. The stamps that I used were, so we'll see if you see where I'm going from. So the stamps I used were biggest birthday ever. I also used, I didn't use the set, but what I did was I used the framelit that goes with the cool treat set. And that is the frozen treat. So I used the framelit for that. And then I used the Here For You greeting. So let me show you what I did. All right. So here is the supplies again. And what I do, I'm not going to show you the finished card. I'm just going to start to build it and see if you can think ahead. Maybe you'll be like watching a movie, and you can see the movie. You have it playing out in your head as it's happening, like you could have wrote the movie yourself, right? All right. So what I'm going to do is I have my Stamp-A-Ma-Jig. I love a Stamp-A-Ma-Jig. And what I do is I put my greetings or my images that I need to use the jig for, I put on a piece of vellum cardstock, and then I just keep it with the stamp set so that I'm always ready to go. So I'm going to put the, well, this just stinks greeting in Cherry Cobbler. So I'm inking that up really good. You can hear me tap, tap, tapping off of the camera with my, well, this just stinks. That's going to go on the bottom of my card. So there's that. Then, ahead of time, I took this little piece of chocolate and I cut it out with the frozen treat framelit. So now you probably can kind of see where I'm going with. So now I'm going to take this chocolate ice cream, but we are using it for another reason. And I am putting some dimensionals on the back. Let me move this over so you can see. I'm putting some dimensionals on the back so it sits out a little bit. Oh yeah, the vellum is then you always have that ready to go. Now, I put it out as class as well, and sometimes they get messed up and then I just have to remake it. But most often than not, they last a long time. Okay, so now we have our little, we're calling it poop now. So now it's poop and not ice cream. And then that's where this little greeting, or this little stamp set came from, the biggest birthday ever. So what I did was, I looked through the catalog, and I looked for something that would have like a squiggle mark. So I looked at that. I'm like, well, that would kind of work. But then this was actually kind of more perfect. So that's the one that I'm going to use. And hey, Selma, I miss you so much. Okay. And then I'm going to use the little squiggle. So I'm just using pool party. So I have my pool party pad. So I'm just inking this up. And then I'm just putting that little squiggle over top of the poop. So wouldn't this be a perfect card? You know, someone's having a rotten day, or you know they had a rotten day. Or let's say they had to have one of those appointments that as we get older, I'm going to put my glue on here. I know this is backwards, but I should have did it first because that pooches out. So I just did it backwards. But you know, as we get older, we have to have that little appointment that we might have to do something the night before the appointment. That's not really, really fun. So this would be a perfect card for that person as well. So you can read between the lines. You know what I'm talking about when it comes to that. And then I'm just going to mount it onto my note card. Again, I'm doing the adhesive backwards, but all is good. I use a lot of adhesive because I'm still trying to earn the trip to Alaska. So I'm going to use a lot of adhesive till then. Okay, so isn't that like funny card? So hopefully I didn't offend anybody. This is the card that we did for my team meeting tonight. And I told them, I said, I'm going to do it as a Facebook Live. And hopefully I don't offend people. And I have people start to unfriend me. But I thought it was adorable. So there, look, we have 3 poop cards all ready to go. So hopefully, every occasion deserves a card. Yes. Yeah. Or let's just say that you have a doctor, that this is his line of work. You know, he may find this is a very funny card that he could send out to his clients and just say, you know, well, this just stinks, but your appointment went miraculously, you know, whatever. But so yeah, there you go. I'm just thinking it's hilarious, but I like to think outside the box, and that one sure did. So I want to thank you for checking in with me, and if you don't already subscribe to my YouTube channel, please do so. And I did find out how to put my Facebook Lives onto YouTube, so that does make it a little easier. I know, eyeballs, if I had some googly eyes, that would be perfect. So I didn't, but so you just have to, he's got his eyes closed because it does have that squiggle and all. So he had to close his eyes because his eyes were crying. But, so anyways, so, I'm going to stop jabbering, but I just want to, share that card with you and make you think outside the box when you look at your cards. So I will say night night and have a great evening. Bye bye.